You can't keep me back.
Yes.
I'm back.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. So glad. I'm glad that it worked out. You switched to your alien phone, which is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a true metal legend joining us today, the front man of the most insane live show in rock, performing at the Rialto Theater on 420. We got Blothar the Berserker. Blothar, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, here I'm going to switch this so we go full screen here on you. We're very excited to have you here, not only on the show, but we're excited that GWAR is going to be taking part of a show here in Tucson on 420. Does your planet celebrate 420?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? We stay high. It's just, as a matter of fact, we don't even call it 420. It's just, life.
Just Tuesday.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we just, yes, now that we're here on Earth, we're following your customs. We celebrate 420. But yes, we come from the planet of, where everybody's just permanently baked.
Yes. Yeah. So
space baked.
Yeah. Is there any difference of your show for a 420 show, or is it's still the show, the same ceremony, the same sacrifices, that you attempt to do or that you do every night?
Yeah, it's the same old boring crap. We're out there ripping limbs off of people and beating them with their own severed limbs, and then just like spraying more than 100 gallons of fluids on the audience. Just your normal run of the day bullshit. Yeah, I mean, we try, we do mention it, I think, probably, but it's not. I mean, the show is just, it's always really a celebration of 420, isn't it?
So there won't be THC infused blood being sprayed.
No. Well, actually, yes. Knowing our crowd, there will be probably some LSD too. It gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, this has been a great, GWAR has been so iconic now for going over 3 decades. Yeah. But the past couple of years, you continue to make news and headlines. First, you went viral with your cover of Chappelle Roan's Pink Pony Club. Now, was that your band? Was that your idea, the band's idea, or was that AV Club's idea for you to cover that song?
Well, it was their idea. I mean, we always, GWAR, we rose to the top as the ultimate underdog on the AV Club's the celebration thing that they, or the contest that they would do, where you would do a cover song and they had a bunch of bands do it, and then they would always give us the list. And they'd give it because it started with the Onion, and there are a bunch of shoegaze sort of alternative kids over there. Mm-hmm. And so they'd give us a list, and it was after Magnetic Fields is doing David Bowie, so you're going to have to do Cyndi Lauper. That's kind of how that went down, right? Like we would always just get what was left and then knock it out of the freaking park.
Yeah,
truly.
Whether it was Billy Ocean or Kansas or I don't care what it was, the Pet Shop Boys. So there's a long tradition of them asking us to do crappy songs.
Yeah, and making them good and making them rock. Were you?
Who goes where the action is on Rock 102.1 KFMA. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Wake up!
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, March 6th. Good morning, Tucson. I'm solo for the time being, but I have my friends popping in all morning long. In fact, actually, it's like all hands on deck because it's going to be a huge show that's happening today with huge ticket giveaways as we continue to count down the days until Shinedown performs at the Tucson Arena. That's on August 4th. Your last opportunity to win my tickets for Shinedown this morning will be at 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock is when you have to make sure, for sure, you're tuned into the dial to be ready to call in to the phone number and try to score my last tickets, whether you're a contestant or a scavenger, if sore loser rules are implied. So it's going to be amazing. But we got a lot of things to get to. We also have tickets to give away for John Mulaney, and we're going to have AEW Women's Champion Thekla in studio for the podcast broadcast. And on top of that, Kendall's going to wear a bunch of spandex and challenge her to some sort of wrestling match. It's going to get crazy. Something that'll be funny to hear, but even funnier to watch along. So make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/beefvegan when you get a chance to subscribe to the podcast broadcast. With that on top, let's get to our top story today. There was a huge firing yesterday. It was massive and very scandalous as well, because people for a long time have been shouting at the rafters saying, what is going on? Why does everything look like such a mess? Something has to be done. This person needs to be fired because there is zero direction whatsoever. I mean, it's been a catastrophe, to say the very least. Scandalous is the simplest way to put it. And so there needed to be a regime change. And yesterday, there was a regime change, and it was announced that, yes, Road Dogg Jesse James has been fired from the WWE. Yes, he has. He has to step down. Now, was it a firing? Did he resign? Is he getting a different position that's like a demotion, but then they call it like a promotion? I don't know. You know, but considering that it's only like 6 weeks out before WrestleMania, it being WrestleMania season, to fire the Road Dogg as head of creative right now is suspect timing. You know, obviously it's little scandalous. I'm sure politics are involved. I don't know, but yeah, of course, that's our top story today. If you were thinking of something else, you got to remember, we are speaking with the AEW heavyweight champion in studio today. So of course it's going to be wrestling news as our top story. We have a lot of fun that we're going to get to though. I've had some interesting calls this week. I'm going to share you one here in a little bit, but coming up next, we got the Morning Moron, and today's Morning Moron could have been in the movie The Hangover. They did a hangover-like activity that got them in Morning Moron. I'll let you know what that is right after I play some music from Linkin Park. Here's Breaking the Habit on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. But you know the name of the show. Tucson. Let's go.
Go for it. It's about speaking.
Yeah.
Really, that's it. Just conversing with people. Yeah.
All right, we're getting live here on the podcast broadcast. Joining us in studio, a very special guest. She is the AEW Women's Champion, which I'm going to reintroduce you on the air. But please welcome Thekla to the podcast broadcast.
Hi.
Good morning. Thank you. And right off the bat, we'll start off with this. So one of the things that we read about you, and this makes sense too, because a lot of professional wrestlers, when they, learn the craft and perfect the craft, Japan is huge in professional wrestling, and you learn a lot. And it's a whole, strong style that you pick up while you're in Japan. And so you've spent some time in Japan. You like the culture of Japan. And Mari, same thing. I mean, she loves Japan. She goes to Japan every year. She fetishizes it to the point where she found the one Japanese man in Tucson and married him, has Japanese kids. And you got a gift from the land of Japan for Miss Thekla here?
Yeah, like a remnant of gifts, because we got this sent to us by our friends in Japan, right? So some of it broke on transit, but it's a bunch of senbei.
Oh, I love senbei.
Yeah. So
I missed that.
What is senbei? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, there's like lots of different things. So like senbeis are like rice crackers of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah. We got that one.
Nice.
It's just a whole
Hook her
variety.
up. Hook her up.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Get come bearing gifts. Now we know that you are the big bad guy in the women's division and stuff, but you definitely have a soft side for some gifts and senbei.
Oh, sure.
So yeah, you eat that? You like that?
I do like that. I used to buy that when I was living in Tokyo. Actually, that's the kind of stuff I'd be eating.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that Japanese people love. Wrestling, obviously, it's huge over there.
Yeah, big time.
And we have a lot of sponsors and people who want to give us gifts. So that is a very popular gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would receive that a lot, and I just stack it in my room. Just senbei all day long.
Yeah.
So this is great. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
It's like a Rice Krispie treat, kind of?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and sweet?
No, there's
Yeah.
sweet ones. There's salty ones. There's
Sweet
ones
and
with like
salty.
A little bit of
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Nice. How
Yeah.
long did you live in Japan?
5 years.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And then how often do you go back?
Ooh, I just went back in January, which was
Ooh.
great. I went for the big show, one of the biggest shows in the world, Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was walking out there with some of my friends, the War Dogs.
Yeah.
We were in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and we were in front of like almost 60,000 people. I'd be walking down, And
Yeah,
then
it was like a
just some
homecoming of sorts too.
shenanigans,
So
a little bit, yeah.
Japanese fans, obviously they still remembered your run there.
sure.
Thing. So yeah.
Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, it's her! She looks so
Yeah.
cute." It's like, yeah.
Well, has your style changed since your initial run in Japan?
My visual style or my wrestling style?
Your visual style.
Yes, I think so. I think I adapted a little bit to what's good here. Also, I mean, we got a phenomenal glam team.
Oh, yeah.
I know how to do my own stuff. But if they get at least my hair done, it's like,
Yeah.
girls, you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Right?
I know,
Oh,
you went blonde too.
Yeah, we're giving
Exactly.
back on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast, and joining us today is the reigning AEW Women's World Champion, the one and only Toxic Spider, Thekla. Good morning, Thekla.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for
Thanks
joining us.
Having me.
We're so excited about, AEW Collision coming to Tucson. And this is the first time that we've had professional wrestling in Tucson since pandemic. So
What?
yes, Tucson in like the forgotten land. There's a lot of cities out there that kind of get like overlooked.
Yeah.
And so huge that AEW for the first time is coming to this market to show what you guys do best in person at a legendary arena, Tucson Arena. But this is not, you're very familiar with Arizona. You're a Phoenix resident, aren't you?
I'm close. I live close to Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah, close to
Yeah.
Phoenix. What part of town do you live?
I live in Scottsdale.
Oh,
yeah, I'm a
no
bougie
fancy.
girl now.
Oh,
Was
this
that-
is starting to make sense.
Yeah. Was that before? Yeah. You moved to Scottsdale, then you become the heel. That's what happens, right?
yeah.
Uh,
I like my dive bars. Don't be mistaken.
Fair enough.
I'm not that bougie.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. So what brought you to Scottsdale? What made you want to move to Scottsdale? Because you're from Austria originally and you've
Yes.
kind of lived kind of all over the.
I have lived all over. I've lived in Germany and Spain, and obviously from Austria, Japan. So I like the heat.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, some girls like it hot.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I think it's super underrated. I don't know why not everybody's here. Also, I'm glad not everybody's here. It's like,
Right.
everybody stay out.
I know.
Other than I do love a good beach, but also I'm not doing California. Like,
Yeah.
get the hell out of here.
That's so
It's
funny
beautiful
too.
here.
Literally yesterday, Kendall and I were at this media mixer. We're talking about with a woman from Istanbul, and they were just talking about how Germans love coming to Arizona in the summertime.
Really?
Yeah, and like sit on the patio because they love the heat, and literally will sit on the patio and be like at 115 degrees, like, no, this is great.
Yeah, that's Germans. I'm
I know.
Austrian.
I know it's different.
I'm
I
not
know
out
it's
of my
different.
mind.
Yeah. How many languages do you speak fluently?
I speak fluently, I'd say like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I speak, German is my first language.
Yeah.
English, I started learning pretty early. I used to live in Spain, so I roll my R's, So.
And you showcase that with your, feud with Thunder Rosa
you did
pretty
see
well.
that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
And what a great way to get under her skin, too.
I
And
know.
yeah.
I know people started booing me, and then once I went, Thunder Rosa! Everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? And it was like, yeah! When I called her perra, it was over.
Yeah, calling her dog. Yeah, with rolling
Yeah.
R's like that, that's like dirty dog. When you
Yeah.
start rolling R's, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, which I'm sure got the the Mexican fans in uproar as well. You ever do any like lucha libre style wrestling?
Yes, I do. Also, we had a bigger event in Mexico City the other day.
Yes.
I think it was October or something. That was my first time wrestling in Mexico.
Oh yeah,
So that was great. Obviously, there you have to do a little bit of like the faster lucha style and fly around, which is, one of the things I'm really good at.
Yeah.
So, easy.
yeah. And then you cut a promo in Spanish too.
I wanted to, but they're actually lucky they didn't give me the mic because
Yeah.
I had some terrible stuff planned.
You know what though? Even if you were going, in full like heel mode on the crowd,
Yeah.
speaking their native language and stuff, it kind of puts you over as a face, no
It's
matter what.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm smart with that.
Yeah.
but I will use my time to insult everybody. But also it's in their language, so they're like, oh, but also cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
So,
when
yeah.
did you begin your training in professional wrestling?
Oh man, I've been around for almost 10 years now.
Okay, so how old were
9
you when you
years.
first started?
Too old.
Too old?
Usually
think
some
too
people
old?
would say that. Yeah, I think I was like 22, 23.
Okay.
Some people think that's too old. I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I mean, you're on a great trajectory. I mean, how difficult was it for you to master the craft of becoming a heel and, to generate the heat and get the hate from the crowd to get them rooting against you?
Honestly, my character isn't that different from my debut in 2017.
Yeah.
Like I was always like a bad girl, you know.
Yeah.
I came out in a jacket that's very similar to this, and I wrestle in pants that are similar to the ones I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
So it's really not that different. But Japan was not that easy because people aren't really that reactive, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really get too close to them, and they're like very quiet. I feel like I'm doing better now here, where people can really understand what I'm saying. You know, get in their face, get under their skin. But really, just in Austria already, I was kind of good at that. You know, it's like I was also playing in punk bands and stuff. You know, and that's when you get a lot of banter from the fans. You got to know how to shut somebody up pretty much right away.
Yeah, especially at a punk show.
Exactly.
Yes.
People will yell out stupid stuff. You know, you just gotta be like, yeah. You want to come up here and say that to my face? You know, it's like, no, they don't. I can tell you that much.
So you've been in a few bar fights back in the day while you were in a punk band?
Yeah, but usually with my own bandmates. Oh, yeah. So we'd get pretty bad like on stage. That's what we had like a good bad reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was fun to watch.
So being the bad guy came natural to you.
Yeah.
In the crowd. Have you ever had a turn where you were essentially considered a face, like a good guy?
Maybe a little bit in Japan for a short time. I think the company I first worked for, they were catering more to like, I don't know. Everything was more cute. The girls were all like, some of them were 16 and 14 wearing like little tutus, which I didn't love, you know, and I came in as a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then the president somehow told my coach like, Thekla is very good, but maybe smile more. And I was like, oh, I got the memo. You know, they want me to be cute, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do like the old Japanese style, and you know it too, right? All that idol culture. And I was like, okay, hi, everybody, yeah, you know. So I tried. I was like, okay, to understand the culture, I have to do the culture. You know? So I changed my style a little bit, did more like, you know, like cute, you know.
Yeah.
So and then I did that for half a year, and then I just lost it completely. I was like, I was like, I cut my hair, I put on the black lipstick, black makeup, and I was like, I'm gonna get the chain out, you know, and just like wrestle my style again.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't do this, you know. It's not me at all.
It was too inauthentic, so you felt like smothered by it.
Yes. So and I, you know, when you're not authentic, you're not connecting with the crowd either, honestly.
Right.
You know, you can fool them for a little bit, you know, sell a couple of portraits, but you can't really stand out if you're not completely, going into what you are and what you're good at, you know. And then once I changed it around and became something that was so different from what all the other girls were doing,
right,
that's when it started to click. That's when everybody was turning their heads and it's like, who is that crazy girl, you know?
Yeah.
So and that started, you know, feeding into what I'm doing right now too.
So it took you about 7-8 years to really find who you were.
Yeah.
And crank your personality, your authentic self up to 11.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you take 3 steps, you know, forward, and then you take 4 steps backward. You
right.
know? That's how I go. You know, sometimes I learn a lot, and then I like unlearn the good stuff again. Well, like in the process of trying things out and trying to understand my surrounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I go like, oh, that's not me at all. like I understood this part of how this culture works, for example, in Japan, you know,
Right.
but I don't need that for me at all. That's not highlighting what I'm good at all, you know?
Yeah.
So I like trying to like get to my next level. Sometimes you have to experiment with your surroundings, you know? So it took it, honestly, the day I debuted it was already perfect, you know? I was like all confident. I was like, I knew what I was doing.
Before you even walked through the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I got this. I'm born for this. And then in Japan, I started to question myself after 2 years, 3 years. I was like, man, like maybe I'm not cut out for this at all. And then my last year over there, I was like, I got this.
I run this.
Yeah, I run this. And then I came here and I was like, oh, this is completely different here again, you know?
Yeah.
And it took me maybe a week when I was like, oh, okay, I got this.
And that's another thing. So when you debuted, it was such a quick debut to rise up the ranks of a very stacked women's division in AEW and claim the championship. So yes, you figured it out very quickly. Can you hold that belt up for our streamers real quick? Because we're gonna continue to talk with AEW Women's Champion Thekla on the podcast broadcast and be back with more after music from Pima County Fair artist Chevelle. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, I guess show off the gold. And that's another thing. So, yeah, you came in almost like doubting yourself. It's a whole kind of different style, you know, and with television, American product and going in there. And then within a week, you're like, oh, no, okay, I know my lane and I know how to be able to stick out and dominate from it, right? Dominate in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how long was it? Was it your idea to put together the faction Triangle of Madness?
It wasn't my idea per se, but I saw it coming, if that makes sense, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like I saw there was like with Julia Hart and Skye Blue, there were some similarities.
Yeah.
I knew that the two of them were already like having their own shtick.
Yeah.
But I also saw that there's as like fighting style as well as the way they carry themselves and like aura and stuff like that, you know? So I was like, maybe there is some similarities between us, you know?
Yeah.
And no, but it was pitched to us. It's like, maybe you guys should do something together.
Were you guys were you guys already vibing and kind of hanging out backstage and stuff? Like kind of clicked up?
I always liked Julia right away, and then Skye also like very, very quickly warmed up to me too. Because, you know, when you're the new girl in the locker room, everyone's like, you know, it's because it's already tiny, you know, like as you said, it's a stacked locker room, you know, so everybody's like, especially when somebody good comes in who's got an ego that will fill up a whole room, you know.
And taking the spot. So like say Mari's not necessarily a wrestling fan, but she's quickly becoming one, you know, after going down the rabbit hole. But a lot of people don't understand the competition that really is behind the scenes in the locker room, because you guys are all like competing for the spot, for the airtime, for the character development, for all of that. And it can be, I would imagine, pretty competitive and sometimes even catty sometimes, you know, like, or is there any of that kind of, like politics backstage that you have to overcome, or is it pretty welcoming? Like, no,
I did not see too much of that kind of stuff. I think there was always rumors of that stuff happening in the past, but it's been a very quiet locker room actually.
Nice.
It's cool. Everybody's, you know, trying to do good work and just, you know, of course everybody's trying to get themselves over, but that's natural. You'll have that in any job. So no, it's been pretty cool. It's been very good. I love it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I had my guard up at first, you know, and you know, this is still a dog eat dog world, you know, so. But at this point, I go to work. I'm looking forward to it. I'm chilling, you know. It's like now with the belt also. I mean, people treat you a little differently, you know. When you're the champ, it's like, oh, hi, champ. You know, it's like, I was like, what's up? I didn't change. You don't have to change. I don't care. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, besides Thunder Rosa, who you had a program with recently, who within this last year or something that you did a program with where you're like, oh man, that was really fun and easy, like you just had really good chemistry with in the ring?
I think Jamie is really, I think that's the European connection we have there, you know, because she's from the UK. And me and her, like when we talk to each other, it's like, oh, we're speaking the same language here. You know?
Oh yeah, so and you guys know where you want to go.
And I started, you know,
talking about Jamie Hayter,
of course, Jamie Hayter's. And then I had my debut was like, you know, attacking her and punching her straight in the jaw, you know.
Yeah.
So And then she was out for a little while, and then she came back and beat the crap out of me. And I was like, "Oh, I remember that from my time in Japan." And she did the same thing. She was in the same company as me, but
nice.
But just
like, different times.
Just different times,
right.
you know. So we had a lot of like we would chat about that stuff, you know.
That's like saying you guys went to the same high school, but not the same year. You know, like
exactly.
but you know, kind of the same teachers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can talk some smack about it. But it's like, oh yeah, her. You know, so Jamie's great, and she's a hard hitter, and I really respect her stuff, and she was champ herself, you know, so we're you know, like I'd love to run it back with her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, no, I like to keep it easy. I don't you know, like people ask me, who do you want to face next? Like, nobody. You know, give me the mic, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be busting your balls, you know. I'm good at that. So it's just like it's hard enough to carry this, you know. It's heavy.
Yeah. Now you have to carry that with you everywhere, right? You travel with it and everything.
Much.
Once you become the champion, that's kind of tradition.
Man, they take my bag apart at
the
TSA,
airports.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
is it a real pain in the ass? They ask you a million same questions.
Yeah, yesterday El Paso, you know, they were like, you know, when you see your bag, it's going the wrong way. It's like, here we go.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, and they open it up, and she looks at the picture, and she's like, oh, that's a belt. Are you a boxer? It's like, no, I'm a wrestler. She's like, oh yeah. It's like, you come over here. You know, it's like that's like talking to other people. Like, yeah, he's a massive wrestling fan. You know? And she opens my stuff up, and I'm already like, it's my underwear. All it's like, yeah, sorry, just put that. And she's like, oh, I don't care. And just like rips through it, gets out the belt, and just like holds it like that. And then everybody, like all TSA people, came around. You know, it's like, oh, that's a beautiful belt. Can I hold it? It's like, yeah, sure. It's like a baby. You know, you pass it on to everyone. Say, here, try it. Yeah, it looks great on you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, go ahead and wear it. My plane left 5 minutes ago anyways.
Yeah.
Jesus, you know, like,
thank you.
That happens all the time.
Can I have my bra back? Thank you.
Right. Well, so I mean, honestly, I guess moving forward, then you have to plan on like packing the belt in a bag that doesn't have any of your delicates.
That's the first thing I thought yesterday. I was like, okay, noted.
Yeah. Cannot put the belt where my underwear is. Yeah.
Because I don't want to leave it in my checked stuff either.
Right.
You know, because it's like, it's
you know, lose luggage all the time.
Belt, you know, it's like,
oh, for sure. No, people have lost belts. Jericho's lost belts
exactly.
before. Yeah,
and I remembered that. You know, and it's like, I don't want to be that girl.
Yeah.
And I could easily be that girl because I like to party. I like to show off. You know,
right?
It's like the next thing I know, it's like, oh, where's the belt?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's an awkward conversation to have for sure. Yeah. Now it makes sense that you guys are in Tucson too, because you know Tony Khan, who is the owner, president of AEW, he is also incorporated in all different types of sports with the Jaguars, things like that. So when I interviewed Tony Khan a couple of years ago, he's like, Tucson. He talks about the U of A program and different athletes. So like, is Tony in town? Because I feel like if he is in town, then it's really he's doing 10 jobs at once usually, and so he's also scouting people at U of A while preparing to write and run the show for Saturday.
He is all over the place, like doing a lot of stuff. You know? It's like sometimes I'm amazed. Like I thought I'm good at, you know, multitasking and doing everything, you know. But that man is on his feet like 24/7. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's very impressive. And I'm sure he's flying his jet into town right now, you know. Like
I would bet even money that he has some sort of meeting at U of A athletics for some reason, honestly, because of the whole sports like regime that they're running on, you know, on that whole side. So professional wrestling is definitely one, but family business is so incorporated in professional sports, and he is a large part of that too, which again, it's like how can you do all of it? But he manages to pull it off.
It's large amounts of caffeine.
Got it.
Seen it.
Yeah, you seen it?
Wild, yeah.
Yes.
It's like 5 cups in a row. It's just like it goes, you know, it's like
gotcha.
And the first time I met him, like you know, my first time shake hands, that was the only time I was like you know,
nervous.
Like, no, not nervous at all, but just me and him talking. And he was like, you want coffee? And I got coffee. I said, you want water? And I got water, a big green bottle of water, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks, Tony. We talked for 2 minutes. It's like, great to have you and everything. And I went out and I went the coffee and the water.
Yeah.
And the people who knew was like, you got the water?
Oh, that's a
And
big
you
thing.
got the coffee too? And I was like, what? Is that a thing? And it's like, man, you're in the club.
Yeah, you're a made woman.
I was like, oh.
You're going to
Hell
have a
yeah.
title run sooner than you think. You got the
I
coffee.
didn't even think that far, but now it all makes sense.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. So we're talking AEW's Tony Khan, of course, who's president and owner of AEW and his sports affiliation, of course, AEW Collision, for the very first time ever, happening at the Tucson Arena tomorrow night. And Thekla, of course, is a star of this show because she is the AEW women's world champion when she has the belt on hand. Now, I know that you were doing this program with Thunder Rosa. You just faced off against her on Wednesday. Congratulations on your victory as well. Curb stomping her a couple times into concussion. Now, with that, can we expect an appearance from the champ at the Collision?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have a match.
You're going to be avoiding all types of physical conflict as
Probably,
possible? Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm that kind of girl.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the gym. I had just had a big match. It's not like, Thunder Rosa did not go easy on me either. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So I don't need to be in a ring 24/7.
You don't need to be a fighting champion since you have it. You're just
And I probably will because I'm really good at having beef with everybody at all times. So there's always at least 2 or 3 people at a time who want to beat my ass. You know? And if I told you, if you ruffle my feathers, it's like I'll have to hit back.
You'll have to do it.
So I will. Whenever I can.
Yeah, the Tucson Arena actually is kind of historic with wrestling history. Because there was a major fight or, a match during halftime of the Super Bowl. It was the other promotion, but Mankind and The Rock had this empty arena match during the halftime of the Super Bowl. It was a big deal. It was during the heat and everything. But Mankind legendarily took a spill down the stairs of the Tucson Arena. But those stairs, they're different kind of stairs, right? They're like half steps. So if you want to work cardio, like I work the Tucson Roadrunner games there as the arena host. So if you want to work on your cardio pre a show, just try to walk or run up those stairs. There's no way to do it without completely kicking your ass. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. But that building itself has seen some like blood and guts, so to speak. And yeah, I know that, Collision brings it. So give us a little behind the scenes of of how, what to expect when we come out for Collision. Obviously, we have the program that's like 2 hours long, right?
Right.
But, they're shooting other stuff. Is Bring Your Honor stuff going to get shot there? How long is the show going to be usually?
It's usually nowadays, well, it used to be very long, but because we had a lot of Ring of Honor stuff going on, I think they cut it down a little bit. So it's a little more slim.
So it's not like an 8-hour wrestling show, which is good.
Which is good, I think. There's... People love wrestling, but there's only 8 hours is a long time.
Right, yeah.
So I think it's going to be probably 2.5 hours. It's like 2 hours of Collision with like half an hour before, like warming people up.
Nice,
like
dark matches.
Yeah. I think it's we kill it in every town. So Tucson, I heard also the fans are very rowdy and love it. And that's my type of stuff,
Yeah.
And when it all becomes a big party and people just go rowdy. And we got a bunch of, I think we even got a title match coming up.
Yeah, you got, there's going to be a tag title match that's going to be happening.
Exactly.
And then I think, Claudio, I think that's for the Ring of Honor title, possibly.
That just got announced. I saw it earlier today.
Yeah, and then
$200,
$200,000. The $200 4-way tag match. These guys are going to fight to the death. Yes.
Blood and guts everywhere.
And Swerve Strickland's going to be in action too, so that's a big deal. Swerve Strickland is actually one of the best workers out there. Fantastic star.
He just came to the dark side too. So
he's
one of the bad boys now.
Are you behind the scenes just trying to recruit everyone bad?
Yeah.
To where they're just like AEW is just like a league of nothing but heels,
dude. I think we're going there.
Yeah.
And then another thing is Triangle of Madness. I want to expand that stuff. I got the power now. I got the big gold, so I'm just waiting for my chance to actually have more people in my corner, you know.
I'm glad you said that because actually we got Kendall in spandex right now. She wants to try out for the try. But if you added another person, would it change the name Triangle Madness? Would you make it Square Madness, or would you have to
Hexagon?
be? Yeah.
Like,
Trapezoid madness.
Like,
Yeah.
I would just go with madness, playing just all caps, you know.
You've already been
Madness.
thinking about this.
I've been thinking, At the moment we formed, I was like, let's make it big.
Well, if you were to, I mean, obviously, you know, you have Julia and Skye both in your, you know, faction.
Yeah.
And it's all female.
Yeah.
If you were to add any males from this roster to your faction, who are you going to add?
Ooh, I already have some people in mind, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I have some. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to. You
don't want to jinx it.
It's one thing. I don't want to jinx it too. If it happens, people are gonna be like, "I knew it" because she said it before. You know. I have some connections from my past life in Japan. You know, if anything.
I
like
think that is
you
a
know?
good breadcrumb. I think that is.
Yeah.
I think definitely even just saying that there's some wrestling fans online that are going to be able to connect the dots, which is good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and people who have been over there for a while, we're the hardest hitters, you know.
Oh yeah.
And just resilient as hell. So if anybody, then I'd go through my little red book and see, you know, see who I used to team up with over there.
Yeah. Oh,
Females
nice.
and males, you know.
Yeah. You just, I mean, is there a limit to how many people you'd want in your?
Madness is madness. It's not the triangle anymore. So no limits, baby.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. With the strong style that you developed in Japan, do people feel you're like chopping your hits, or who do you fear when you get in the ring where you like, I could beat this woman, but it's gonna hurt?
I would say Kris Statlander is definitely like
That's who you won the belt from.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and
she made you earn it, huh?
She made me earn it. Yeah, she beat the hell out of me too.
Yeah.
You know, so I was feeling that one. Yeah, she was just saying in interviews, she's just out of her mind. Like she you know, in Blood and Guts and stuff like that, she would land on this bed of nails, you know. And somebody asked her on an interview the other day, and she was just like, it didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. And I was like, what?
It's a bed of nails. What do you think?
I was like, yeah. And all this, like getting hit with a light tube. And it's like, you know what? I mean, I almost kind of enjoyed it. It's like, what?
Wow.
And then it all made sense, you know, because everything I do to her is like,
she likes that pain. She's kind of a sadist.
She's a masochist. She's also a sadist. You know? But I chopped her down with like psychological warfare. You know, I humiliated her, and I think that's what got under her skin. But she's definitely, she can take a lot of pain, and she can also give a lot of pain. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. What's the worst bump you ever took? You remember it?
Man, in Japan, they used to, like, we would go to these gymnasiums, you know, sometimes, you know, in the middle of nowhere for 400 very quiet COVID type of Japanese wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And they'd run heat on me like there's no tomorrow, where I'd take like 12 body slams in a row for no reason, you know, and then by the end of the match get knocked out, like concussed by a lariat, you know, from hell.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. It's not even a big bump. It's just like, it's
the combination.
Yeah. And then just being loopy for 3 days. And people are like, oh, she's a foreigner. She always talks that weird. I was like, no, I'm not sure why I am, people.
You start crossing the different languages that you know, and just kind of,
And they're like, oh, she's always been weird.
How long does it take you to recover from something like that? Do you cold bath it and stuff?
No, the thing in Japan was I didn't have a lot of connections because of the language barrier. You know, sometimes it's not easy to get the right information from the right people, you know. So I didn't even know that cold bathing could save your life, you know, and it's like, and it helps really with stuff like that.
Right.
I didn't really know about remedies. It's more like developing mental strength that is just, you know, just actual resilience and just focusing on where's the pain coming from, how bad is it, is it good if I just sit here and wait until it's over, or should I move around a lot, you know? So like, I think I've had one concussion where I was like, you know, when you're like having trouble like stocking.
Yeah.
It's like that. But then, you also know enough, like, okay, if it goes away after a couple of hours, you're fine.
Yeah.
And if you don't start vomiting all over the place, you'll probably be all right, So
That's look at Mari's
I'm
face.
like, this
Like,
is
that's how you know.
wrestling?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what about onsens though? Would you go to onsens to
Oh
recover?
yeah.
Yes.
What's
I love that.
onsens?
Onsens are like the natural
Bathhouse.
bathhouses. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sauna. I love
Yes.
killing it at the sauna until I can get out, stuff like that. I try to be good about my health. I do like to drink a lot also sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's my only vice. I'm not gonna lie. You will
Not bad vice.
like Tucson. If you guys are around, you like catch me at the bar.
Yeah.
After I'm done with work.
Oh, dive bars, right? We got some good ones.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
we'll point you in the
please
right
do.
direction for some.
Please
So
do.
yeah, absolutely. Does your body still bruise up easily, like show bruises, or do you just feel the bruises but not necessarily see the bruises?
I feel the bruises. I don't see them that much anymore, but also, man, it's just not like Japan out here. It's like they can't do this stuff to me anymore.
Right.
Also, I know how to get out of it. It's like
Yes.
I can see a disaster coming from a mile. It's like I was like, no.
Yeah.
Your back bend?
Like, you got 3 chops. After that, I'm either getting out or I'm gonna kill you.
Right. You got 3. That's
Yeah.
funny. We're talking with AEW Women's World Champion Thekla performing. You'll be able to see her tomorrow night at AEW's Collision at Tucson Arena. We're going to continue the conversation on the podcast broadcast. Be back more right after music from Disturbed on Rock 102.1 KFMA. What music do you listen to now to get you hyped up? Because you were in a punk band, so you still love punk band?
I
punk
do.
music?
I do. Yesterday, I was listening to Death Grips a little bit. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with Death Grips. They're crazy.
Yeah.
That's when I really need a pick me up for like a crazy match.
Get that audio caffeine or
Yeah,
adrenaline.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, like, kill somebody. I do listen to punk still sometimes. It's not always. I like funk. I also like Hispanic music sometimes. Like just turn the radio on in the car and just like, just
Did you watch the Bad Bunny halftime show?
I did watch that.
Yeah,
Of
did
course
you
I
vibe
watched
to
that.
that?
I did
Yeah.
vibe to that.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
What I even loved more was the Kendrick show last year, I have to say. That was really, I watched that like a couple of times and teared up. I was like, this is really good art.
Yes.
So I really like that. I like to listen to rap, hip hop. I was like, I like old stuff, 70s, 60s. I'll go way back and then I'll listen to some classical music to freak out.
Did you ever, with your band, do you have music online? Did you ever put it on Spotify? Is there any way we find music of yours?
Not on Spotify. I think there's still stuff on Bandcamp.
On Bandcamp.
Yeah, but you can definitely find it. Yeah, there's some tapes like probably floating around somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, what was the most fun show you did in a band? Did you,
do you think I remember a single show I ever played?
Was it that punk rock? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear her talking about concussions.
Yeah, the CT is real.
Sometimes there's core memories that sneak in there, especially, this was your first taste of, wanting or, performing and being a performer, I assume.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't surprise me, musicians, and, any kind of like performers in general and professional wrestlers, it's the same drive. Like you want to entertain, you want to get in front of strangers and, make them feel something.
Yeah.
And no one could explain why you have this desire. You just do, right? And so it translates from music and creativity and then into wrestling, which you could still be creative and get that output in a way that is crazy. So let's say I got Kendall dressed in spandex. I don't want to ruin this moment. Now, Kendall, did you want to? Were you going to try to cut a promo on the champ? What was your intentions here in dressing up for Thekla? Yeah.
Well, we can talk a little smack. We
Give
can
it
take
to
a
me,
stab
girl.
at that. I don't know if you need to do any warm ups and practicing, and we could do some moves together. I got a few ideas if you're down for it.
Yeah, I'll kill you.
Is there any way can you show without again doing anything too extreme and stuff, because I know there's
Please don't hurt
liabilities or
me.
whatever, but put her in like a hold that would show her like how painful like a regular hold may be.
Right.
In a way, right? I mean, because you're somewhat of a submission specialist as well, and
Yeah.
just a full-blown ass kicker.
Whoa, now.
Yeah. So like what's a hold that you could put Kendall in now, kind of show her the reality of the sport that you are champion in?
Maybe a Boston Crab, for example.
Okay, yeah,
that could be fun. I haven't done one in years, but we could do something
you got
like
the spandex,
that.
You want to try that? We
Yeah.
can do that right now on the street.
Yeah.
You got the invite here. Let's see. I could send an invite to myself too to get the camera going. Oh, you got it on your phone? Okay, cool. All right. So
Let me take my jacket off.
yeah, all right. This is gonna be fun and do it the first time ever here.
Yeah, stretch it out.
I wore my eye socks for this.
Yes, you did.
All right, let's see.
Pain is
A
coming.
little focus.
Get ready.
Now, Kendall, you think you could take this, right? Huh? You're a tough girl. I mean, it's.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
she's got.
girl.
She brought her
she's
buys.
like him.
She's
Hell
got
yeah.
the buys for sure.
But there's something there.
Yeah,
You're in good
totally.
shape.
Here, I'm gonna
Hell
clear
yeah.
this, clean this up here.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
yeah, you are for sure.
Yeah, and then to take this, I mean, Boston crabbing. That's what we're gonna call this here. All right.
I feel like I like to eat those more so than anything.
Yeah.
It sounds
All right,
delicious.
Well, let me try. Get on the floor.
On my knees.
No,
I'm like,
on your stomach.
oh my
On
god.
your stomach.
This is,
I'll just take
this is
this
a
off.
habit.
Oh, so sorry.
No,
Sorry,
you
sorry.
good. He'll just take
Here
this
you
off.
go.
Okay. Yeah, that's going well.
All right.
Okay.
This is probably gonna be painful here, Kendall.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, "Well,
And then
And it-
you're not a bendy girl.
Oh.
are you not a
yeah.
bendy girl?
Oh,
You gonna
okay.
tap out? When are you gonna tap out?"
Oh, that feels
You
kind of
gotta-
nice.
It really
Yeah.
is. It's a good
Oh, this is
stretch.
so.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh,
You can
All right, she's tapping. All right, yes.
How about that?
Yeah, that's right.
You want some more of that?
That's what I thought.
I don't think she wants more than that. Kendall is 0-1 against the champ.
Zero.
You're gonna be
Well,
okay.
you
She's in a fetal
survived.
position. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Wow.
You survived. You're in.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm in triangle of madness now.
Yeah,
Yes, you
square
are.
madness. That is pure madness for sure.
You did great.
Oh, it's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a real scream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it got real painful there. That's amazing. Thank you, Thekla, for that.
Sure.
That's,
Yeah.
Who's next?
yeah, exactly.
Rico?
Rico would, gladly volunteer. That
I'll
might be
shop you.
our second AEW viral moment of the last 10 days. Did you see our interview with Darby Allin?
I did see that.
You did see that?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun, and that was a gift from Darby for sure. I'm like, all right, now we're, for whatever reason, the times I do go viral is usually with the internet wrestling community, the IWC. So which is cool. It's cool to see. I'm a wrestling fan, been a wrestling fan growing up since early kid, and a big just supporter of it. And like I said, I was before I introed Darby, I was talking inside baseball stuff, but in ways that is supportive of the company. Because obviously, there's wrestling companies all over the place. I feel like it's so huge for AEW to do what they've been doing recently, especially where they're switching to theaters, which makes it look just gorgeous on TV and all this great aesthetics, but then come into cities like Tucson and still being affordable. Right? That's the big argument. I mean, Will Ospreay just shared a sign on a Dynamite just the other night saying, I didn't have to sell my kidney for this, right? Because
I saw that.
tickets are $38,000 for floor seats for what are you doing here? And so this is a prime opportunity, right, for the wrestling fans, the true fans, and for AEW to remind people hey, no, this is the real wrestling. This is not the sold out Saudi Arabian wrestling. And that's a big deal. And it's a prime opportunity to really, in this non-war, continue to grow. And wrestling fans, they're kind of it's a pendulum. They swing back and forth. They double dip. You know how it is. There's tribalism and stuff like that. And so I just think this is a prime time and come into towns like Tucson and get in front of people, because that's how you create lifelong fans. Is doing wrestling shows in person.
I totally agree. I'm really not with, because I love to go to gigs. I love to go to events. All the prices of tickets have increased immensely. It's not fun.
Everywhere. Yeah.
You do have to sell your kidney to see your favorite artist sometimes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and they don't even control that. They don't know about it sometimes even. I'm not a fan of that at all.
Yeah.
I'm all for getting more people into wrestling, and you can't create new fans if the tickets are in, like, the initial price is very high.
Yeah, if you can't bring your family.
If you can't bring your family, it's like it's already like economy is already a lot of people struggling, It's like it's not cool. What I'm thinking is, if you already have the base, and you can jack up those prices, okay, but I'm all for getting people who have never seen it before to have that experience, And I think you do that by offering tickets that are not going to cost you your kidney.
Right. That you're not going to make where you have to pay it off for the next 3 years or go in debt or ruin your credit for it.
And where you don't play with people's passion like that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's something that should be for sale like this,
Yeah.
And that you play around with, I really don't believe in that. I'm an entertainer, I'm an artist, and I like to consume that myself, you know what I mean? And I just don't believe in it. So I think we're doing great with offering stuff that is for everybody.
Yeah, quickly reminding everybody there's AEW is the people's promotion.
That's right. We're the underdogs.
Exactly.
Still,
Which is great though. Everyone loves the underdogs.
Yeah,
and the fighting spirit and the competitiveness of everyone just kind of stepping up and continuing to have moments. So many people now consume everything in short form content, right?
And I don't love that either.
I know you don't love that. That's just how it is.
It is. Yeah,
even this
you have to
podcast, we're going to clip it up a billion times.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And honestly, a lot of stuff of the wrestling content I absorb as a wrestling fan my entire life now, I'm watching clips more than anything.
Yeah.
Which is brutal. Do you ever cut your own clips, being like, well, fine, and check out this, highlight reel I just made of myself?
Sometimes. Yeah. Well, that's how I got myself over at the beginning too, because I knew that I wasn't that known, especially when I was living in Japan,
Right, yeah.
So I'd just be like, I think I know which, spot in the match was the most famous spot, It's like, it's probably that really sexy one right here or that really crazy one right there,
Yeah.
So you learn how to clip that stuff, obviously, and then you see how it does, It's like, and then I got a sense for it because I'm good with social media, but it's also, I'm as I said, I'm an artist, I don't love the attention span of everybody getting this short. It is what it is. Don't get me wrong, and it's fine. But
yeah, no, it does suck though, for sure. I mean, it's and that same thing for musicians and movie makers.
Yes, that
television shows, all that.
And I'm a movie buff, but I catch myself sometimes. It's like after 20 minutes, I get antsy. It's like this is 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
When I see it before, it's like 2.5 hours. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Not doing it, And I used to, 10, 20 years ago, like not 20, but 10 years ago, I'd watch like a 4-hour Japanese crazy, movie. And I would love every minute of it. But now I'm like, 4 hours. I don't have 4 hours.
I know.
You know what? I do.
Yeah.
We all do.
It's
not like that. But we just end up doom scrolling, and watching 100 small clips, which takes up the same amount of time, and it teaches you nothing.
Right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And I try to get over that thought process as well, because I'm like, oh, I got to invest in time in this. So you're even with good shows and be like, oh, I can't start watching that because then I have to invest 10 hours in this, but not all at once. And you just have to remind yourself, you do have the time. You do have the time, and you just cut it up nicely, and do what's good for you. And there's nothing wrong with doom scrolling every now and then.
What's on your algorithm? What are you doom scrolling on?
This is a very private question.
Yeah. Like tacos and booty pics too? Oh, we got so much in common.
Drag. No, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. But it changes a lot, weirdly. It will be like crazy, a lot of travel stuff, of course. Like weird people getting interviewed in Japan. It's like, okay, I vibe with that. So I don't know. I wonder if your algorithm does change often just because you are traveling so much. You're putting a lot of miles,
It does,
Yeah. So, and in different areas. And
And, you know, like our phones are basically like microphones, just picking up on everything that's around us.
know.
So, yeah, that's
I know.
well, that's cool, though. You kind of learn some new stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
where in the world, I mean, how many continents you been on? What, like?
Australia is, I think, Australia and South America are the only ones.
You haven't been to Australia yet?
No,
Because
I was-
AEW has.
I know they were just there,
Yeah.
but they
They didn't take the champ?
No, like I wanted the day I was supposed to leave, you know, but I was also in a strap match and everybody was bleeding all over the place, you know, so and we were the main event of the night too.
Yeah.
And we were running over, so we made the like really short-term decisions like, all right, you're not going. So it's like, you know, and I was like, okay, that's fine, because it would have been 3 days, and 2 of those days were travel days, you know. So I was like, that's not how I envisioned my first Australia trip, you know. So, and I know we're going all the time, so it's fine. We don't have to force everything.
It's on the horizon. It's on the vision board. You want to do Australia for sure.
100%.
Yeah, that's a big one. Well, you know what? We have a couple more minutes on the air. We got to play some commercials from our friends, but we'll be back with Thekla to wrap things up. But you can join us on the podcast broadcast at youtube.com/beefvegan. How do you feel, by the way, from your Boston Crab?
I feel a little lightheaded, you know.
Lightheaded?
Yeah, I feel it was weird. It was like I really tried to hold out as long as I could.
Yeah, that was tough of you.
So I told you to tap, girl. You know, that's one of the first things.
Rico said he was actually worried. Yeah.
But I also have to protect what I do, you know, so I gotta crank that stuff up. You know?
Yeah,
It's like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like because you were like, oh, that feels kind of good. It's like, okay.
You just messed up. Yeah.
Well, I hadn't
Solid,
stretched, you know, so it's kind of felt like, you know, at first a stretch, and then when you're like, oh, you're not bending, and then I was like, oh, I understand now how this works, how this position works. So.
Did I ever show you that photo of Roddy Piper choking me out at the Improv?
No.
He actually really went for it.
I'm sure he
Same
did.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
You can't ask. Well, you can't ask a wrestler to put you in a headlock, you know, because the Richard Bell situation would happen. I know you have questions for Thekla.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering what your go-to konbini order was when you're in Japan.
I love you with the Japanese questions.
I love Japan.
Yeah, same. I like a good rice ball. You know?
Like what inside though? Tuna mayo?
Oh no, not tuna mayo. I do shrimp mayo.
Shrimp mayo.
Yeah, I like shrimp mayo a lot. Or
you just lost her, I think.
What are you about? Or curry
Tuna mayo.
Tuna? Really?
Yeah, curry pan is good.
Curry pan is phenomenal.
So good.
yeah.
And just the milk, like the toast in general is incredible. Like
Yeah.
the bread.
The bread is really weirdly because Japan is a rice country, right? So, but they're just so good at taking everything from, you know, other cultures and then learning and then making it better.
Oh my God, so much better. The bakery.
So it tastes better.
Yeah, it's like they just take the original idea and perfect it.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
I mean, it looks like that when you're watching it on Reels. It just looks amazing. Always there's trending food from Japan where you're like, damn it. Yeah, they made pizza better. They're making everything.
I don't know about pizza.
Not pizza.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
not
okay.
pizza.
No, there are some really good like artisanal pizza places that are like niche, but you go to like a Domino's and it's got like corn and mayo on it.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
they
don't-
shrimp.
It's like they have no idea what they're doing sometimes.
It's still in the works. Yeah,
For the
it's like
pizza, I gotta
hit or
say.
miss.
What was your favorite thing eating growing up in Austria?
Probably schnitzel. Do you know what a
Yeah.
schnitzel? Like a
Oh, I
Wiener
know
schnitzel.
schnitzel. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's my go-to with like some good potato salad. And
Yeah.
and some jam. I
Yeah,
love that.
nice.
Have you been to a Wiener Schnitzel?
No, Wiener Schnitzel. That's different. That's
I know.
hot dogs, right?
I know, but,
Schnitzels.
like, we have one on Oracle. Like that will be so different than a schnitzel.
Well, just a hot dog. That's they're just they're not even German hot dogs. It's just a name.
Why
but
did they take that name though?
you know, it sounds good. A schnitzel sounds good.
Yeah.
I grew up on Spätzles, which is dumplings.
Oh
right?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up on that?
Oh yeah.
What's your story?
Well, I mean, I'm just like German and like I got like all my Eastern
Oh, there you
European
go.
kind of thing. So my grandma and all those recipes. And,
What like
and
Käsespätzle? Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
cheese?
Oh, yeah.
What do you go? What's the recipe?
no, it was her recipe, not
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
I only know how to make Spätzles well, and I do that. I mean, I got my daughter hooked on them. And it's just great, like recession food, right?
Yes.
You know, so a lot
very
of the
simple to make. It's inexpensive.
yeah, like 3 ingredients, well, and then some spices and stuff.
That's what I survived on when I was a student.
Yeah.
Poor student. Just make spätzle
Flour,
all day
eggs.
long. It's so good.
Yeah, and a little gravy. So yeah, I love that. What do you like eating now that you're in Arizona?
Tacos, baby.
Oh,
I'm in my Mexican food era. 100%, yeah.
And this is the place to be.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you driving back up to Scottsdale after this?
Yeah.
Okay, and
No,
then just driving down for tomorrow?
No, I'm staying in like now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Oh, good.
we're doing like interviews all day long, and
Nice.
then we're gonna get some food.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we'll point
like,
you in a couple directions. The one thing about
please.
living in Arizona, like I was like, oh, Arizona knows Mexican food. I didn't know that until I really moved to Tucson about 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh fuck, like Tucson does Mexican food better than Mexico does Mexican food in some areas, especially some of these tacos and places. It just phenomenal. It actually ruined Mexican food for me in Mexico. When I go to Mexico, I'm like, this is not as good as what I'm used to in Tucson. So yeah,
I think like Arizona Mexican food is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes you go to. I was in Mexico City with CMLL, and it was like we got some tacos at some point. I was like, this is bad.
Right.
Why is this bad? It doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just spoiled, you know. We got a lot of good places.
Big time. Yeah. So, and you've been in Old Town or you've been in Scottsdale for how long?
Almost a year now.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Nice,
I mean,
nice.
I cleaned out my apartment the day I got fired from Stardom, you know.
Mhm.
I gave the keys back the day after, stayed for another 3 days, and then came straight to Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, here we come. Yeah, I love that. All right, we're going to get on the air and wrap things up here. You've been a pleasure to hang out with, by the way. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Such a good time with Thekla, AEW Women's World Champion. I got the belt and all. She kicked Kendall's ass on the stream.
She was asking for it. I'm terribly sorry.
I truly was.
Yeah. And that was she wore the spandex. She was ready to go.
I was desperate to get into the Triangle of Madness, so I had to try to impress.
Oh
you.
yeah. No, you got the build for sure. Like if you ever want to come down for a real like training session,
that would be so awesome.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Be my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
It is gonna hurt.
That's the thing. People don't think that. Sometimes they think, oh, it's professional wrestling. It's not real, but like it really hurts, like really bad.
Like training is crazy.
Do you wear protective gear during practice and training to at least like prevent a concussion during,
Nah. No, but like when you start out, you have to. The most important thing is learning how to fall. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what that's gonna come with, like falling.
Yeah.
Doing it wrong. So I don't tend to have like headaches ever. I'm not built like that. But when I started wrestling, I was all of a sudden crazy migraine. Because you just land on your head so much, or just by the fall, just your brain gets shaken around in your head. Like it's crazy.
You're practicing getting concussions.
Isn't that
exactly? Yeah. You're practicing withstanding pain. That is actually what wrestling is about. That's the only thing. Really.
Yeah, withstanding pain and getting used to pain.
Getting used to pain.
Wild.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept. That's the art. It's crazy.
Yeah, and training your brain not to be used to shaking it around.
Yes,
powerful.
Yes, it's very powerful. It's really it's beautiful art actually if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh boy, like how many people I saw coming in. You know the show Glow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So sometimes like I was in Austria still, we'd have girls come over. They would all be dressed up for training their first time, so but like they'd already have like in mind their like gimmick and everything.
They're all glammed out,
and I was like, oh, you gonna hate this.
Yeah.
those girls are gonna hate this. So and then it's like after half an hour, like one gives up, then the other one gives up. They're all cute girls, but it's like it's not like that.
No.
Like the amount of people I've seen throw up after 15 minutes, and I'd be like, thanks, guys. Bye. You're awesome.
Your deposits are non-refundable.
Yeah.
Just going to remind me, we're running out of time here on the FM side. But again, I'd like to thank our guest, Thekla, for today. You can check out the entire interview, youtube.com/beefvegan. Tomorrow night, AEW Collision takes over the Tucson Arena. Tickets still available through the TucsonArena.com. Make sure you get them today. We will see you out there. Our entire crew is going to be out there, and we can't wait to see you in action, whether you just show up to roast people or you beat some women up.
Smack.
Yes, I love to see it.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much. Join us on youtube.com/beefvegan to wrap things up. But thank you guys for listening. Enjoy your weekend. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later. Literally hit it right at 10. Before we get you off, like where could people follow you, all that good stuff as we wrap this up?
Follow me on Twitter, X, toxic_Thekla. Follow me on Instagram, same thing, toxic_Thekla. And also get off the internet because it's pretty outside.
Yes, it is. I hope you enjoy all the tacos and you go on a very long run with the belt. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having
so fun.
me.
Yes, and welcome to Arizona. You're officially one of us.
Yeah.